Alrighty.
Can you hear
Hey
me?
guys, this is just first off, we're gonna dive right in. We're gonna skip past the nitty-gritty of things. Yeah, so let's just hop right into it. Jess has been training with me for quite some time now. We were training in person and now we've officially transitioned to online training because of course, we were in a pandemic last year, so we didn't have no choice, but that does not mean that we were going to stop trying to reach our fitness and our mindset and our health and all our other goals that we have set for ourselves. So, Jess, question: when you first started training, what was your biggest struggle?
Ooh, let's see. The biggest struggle when I first started training, I would definitely say consistency. You
Mm-hmm.
know, you every time you decide to go out and start something new, you say, okay, I'm going to do this, and this, and I'm
Yeah.
going to do it by this, and this date. And that's just not realistic.
Right.
So definitely that consistency and building up those habits, it had to become habit forming for me.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. So consistency is something that I hear a lot with women struggling. Um, So when you first, we've been training, we were training for like a year, I would say, before you switched over to the online training. I know that you were able to make some gains then. Let's talk about a little bit some of your positive wins that you did from in-person training that you were able to accomplish.
Let's see. From in-person training, definitely accountability.
Hmm.
Um, you can't just like cancel. I'm not coming because you're you're already at the gym, and that's just extremely inconvenient. So definitely accountability. I learned how to work out. I can't stress this enough. I used to get injuries all the time because I was just doing squats wrong, just doing things incorrectly. But the in-person training gave me an opportunity to learn correct form.
Hmm.
And now I don't really get injuries like that unless I'm doing something stupid like the rollerblading. But yeah.
You were doing too much last year. Doing too much. Doing too
Right,
much.
right, 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 right.
So again, guys, this is not bashing in-person training. This is simply opening up your mindset to if you've already been training in person and you just don't have the time, or you're just not in this space to be at a certain spot in time, that online training may just be a better situation for you. So how hard was the transition from in person to going fully online? Because I know that was a transition for a lot of people, and it's still something that people just aren't aware of. So I do want you to talk about things that you struggled with. So struggling with movement, did you have movement struggles? Did you have motivation struggles? Did you have food struggles? Just let's just start with that.
Um, Physically, as far as like getting up and working out, it was a difficult transition for me. When I first started exercising, it was pretty much from online programs and stuff.
Hmm.
But there comes the accountability part that kind of comes into it. When you do things online, it's easy to just kind of like close your computer and pretend like it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
So you definitely have to, I think, be maybe a little bit more disciplined, and you kind of have to make sure that you invest in yourself. Get yourself what you need to be successful in what you're trying to do, and
Yeah.
that's exercise.
Yeah, that and like making sure you have, like you said, having the essentials at the house, like weights and workout clothes
Yeah,
and workout shoes,
yeah,
and just really getting yourself set up. It's like when you start a new job, you don't just show up at your new job with your old work clothes from your last
right.
job. You buy some new jeans, you buy a new belt, you buy new
hmm
shoes, things like that.
And
Um,
everything I've purchased, I use on a regular basis, and
yeah.
I've probably had to replace at some point during the pandemic. But yeah, it's definitely worth it though.
Yes, yes. Do you feel like you struggle with food? Like in general, I know a lot of women, so like my Get Your Life program is specifically created for women that have a struggle with food or just like their body image. Do you feel like you struggle with food during that time of transition from in person to online?
Uh, yes, I would say that. That could be due to just transitioning into a pandemic too, though.
Yeah.
So yeah, I wouldn't blame that completely on the different structure. And plus, you were really good at making sure that we kept our food logs and kept, you abreast of how our food journey was going, and
Yeah.
that was really important too because once again, there's that accountability. You could just eat yourself away because you're depressed. It's a pandemic.
Yeah.
So if I didn't have the virtual training during that time, I don't really know how my mindset would have been. I can't really say because I needed that. I needed that push. I needed that challenge during
Yeah.
that time, especially.
Yeah. Do you feel like you've been able to get results? Because that's literally one of the biggest things that people think they can't get is results. And also, I want to ask you, because I took notes, how did you make this possible to continue to progress and get results consistently?
I've definitely seen results. My whole body composition has changed. My mom, who is my toughest critic, I mean, when I'm walking through the kitchen and she's like, okay, that's how I know it's real.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, my whole body composition has changed. I actually haven't struggled in getting results as long as I kind of stick with it, because the thing about working out at home is you can take a brisk 20-minute walk, and
Wow. That's it right
that's
there.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's your cardio.
That's your cardio.
So, I don't really think I struggled in that aspect. So I've definitely seen gains, and I'm excited about it.
And with gains, we know that that takes time. And I think people just think that they think they have, there's this pre-notion that, excuse me, Stony, move. Every time I want to live, Stony, move. Every time I want to live, my dog's just like everywhere, like, go away, go away. But, what was I going to say? So I feel like a lot of the time people have this pre-notion that when you're online that it's just a program that you do for a short amount of time and you're supposed to get some quick results. So really it's just you learning about yourself and learning about your habits, learning about your routines, and really understanding how did I even get here in the first place? It's about self-discovery. I feel like that's something that a lot of the time people miss out on. Sorry, he knocked over my tripod a little bit, so it's leaning. But that's something that you may not get when you have an in-person trainer, because it's so quick and it's so fast.
Right.
Unless that trainer has check-ins with you, and a lot of trainers do not do weekly check-ins with their clients, at least not the ones that not a lot that I know. And that could be check-ins like how me and you're talking face-to-face virtually outside of the fitness coaching sessions. That's something that if you need the extra accountability, that's what you're going to get when you're online. You're going to get that accountability check-ins. And so I think that's when people think like, oh, how's this even going to work for me? Like I had somebody tell me, shouldn't I just use YouTube and watch YouTube videos? I'm like, ma'am, YouTube does not talk back to you. Like,
Right. You can't ask it questions
you can't ask YouTube
directly related to yourself.
Right. And so even the quick fix of just doing a program and just, oh, I did that one thing for 90 days and I saw a little bit of results and then I just stopped. No, that's the beginning.
Right.
People come to online training and they haven't really trained their whole life and they expect something to just switch and change, and it's just like automatically. It's like, no, we have to pull like an onion. We have to pull back the layers of why this even started. Why are you struggling with overeating? Why, where's your love for yourself? Because that's essentially what it starts. It starts with self-love, the self-appreciation for your body that you're in. And that's something that we do when we're online, is we're able to have those conversations that may not necessarily happen if you're in person and you're strictly just there for the movement. You know what I mean? For the movement. Because you're going to get movement online, but you're also going to get these types of conversations.
That's true.
What do you feel like advice that you would give to someone who is looking for an online coach but feels like they may not get results or the attention they would as if they were in person? I feel like we just answered that question, actually. I mean, to answer my own question.
Right.
I want to hear you.
Well, I would definitely say vet, the person that you're looking to train with. Some trainers don't necessarily have the best intentions. And for me, I would need for the intention of my trainer to be to help people, not necessarily to sell you something or to impersonate someone, because there's a lot of trainer impersonators on Instagram and out here. So just kind of pay attention and look for results, look for people having results.
And not just physical results. Yes, I post those, but look at other things. Like, you should really be vetting the coaches that you're trying to find for yourself. You should be watching testimonial videos, not just body transformation, because you don't know when that body transformation was. You don't know how long it took them to get that body transformation. Like one of my clients that went in person with me, it took her a year to get a body transformation. It took her a year, consistently a year. And women think that they're going to get in here, I'm going to work out in salads for 3 weeks, and now I'm going to have a banging body because I did some squats and some sit-ups. And I'm like, no, sis, no, ma'am.
Right.
And it's just kind of like, even just trying to unlearn that system in your brain that, I need to make sure that, you know, I'm doing my crunches. And like, yes, I'm not saying that crunches don't help build your core strength, but there's so much more to it when it comes to stress levels, comes to sleep, bloating. A lot of women don't pay attention to those things. Just gotta do some squats. Just gotta do. It's like, no, you gotta worry about your stress levels. You gotta worry about your sleep, your recovery, your supplements. Those things play a huge factor into why you're not seeing what you want. So like Jess said, make sure you vet the coaches that you're looking for and make sure they are actually going to be good for you. Like if you've been training with a trainer on and off for a year and your mindset hasn't changed, you need to switch your trainer, sis. You need to switch your coach. You need, like, if you're if you're constantly falling off and then getting back on, you need to really have a hard sit down with yourself and say, why am I going through this up and down struggle? Why am I still going through this? Why haven't I learned anything from my coach? Why do I feel like I'm so dependent upon them to get my results for me? Mm-hmm. Those are the things that we do when it's online. We teach you how to be independent and self-sufficient, and we teach you how to actually get it done the right way so that you're not constantly going through this up and down battle of weight loss, weight gain, weight loss, weight gain. Granted, that comes from life naturally.
Right, it does.
Naturally, whenever you're going through seasons and things like that, that happens naturally to us all. But you really got to look at the cold hard facts of, is your coach, and again, this is not bashing in person, I do in-person training as well, but I do it differently. I ain't like everybody else. Diana do coaching calls too, okay? We're a little different over here with Tribe Tie. We don't just train. We talk to each other. We have community, okay? We're different over here, okay? So don't compare nothing, and again, we're different. I'm just going to say we're different, and if you train with me before, if you've been in any of my coaching programs, you know we're a little different over here. I'm speaking from my style of training, my coaching, that me, okay? But yes, y'all, Jess, I don't want to take up too much of your Friday evening, but thank y'all for joining. Jess, is there anything else you want to say before we like hop off this call?
I will say just, you know, you kind of go back and forth between deciding like when's the right time to start and do something, and you know, just go for it. Just do it, you know, because the worst that'll happen is that you'll end up feeling better, you know, so that's a really good reason to do something.
I love that just so much, because so many people keep, you know, waste their time and waste their money. I'm like, you're not wasting money if you're learning something.
Right, and you're investing in your body, in your mind, like,
and yourself, mostly. Yeah. Just your well-being overall, especially if you don't know what you're doing.
Right.
So yeah, guys, thank you all so much for joining. This is Jess. She's actually also my Spanish teacher at Spanish U. Just put your tag here at Spanish U. For those of you that are looking for like an online teacher, for if you have kids or just yourself and you wanted to learn how to speak a second language, Jess actually teaches Spanish, okay, to kids, adults, all those types of things. So y'all go ahead and follow Jess. Definitely check out her program as well. If y'all don't know, Coach Ty here again. I'm doing a 12-week online fitness and nutrition program that starts September 6th, my birthday, so you know it's going to be a very special launch. I have 5 more slots for women. So if you're really interested and you're like, I really want to make this life change, I really want to learn more about nutrition, I really want to learn more about what's going to work in my body, in my gut, not something that, you know, somebody gave me and forced me to do, but like really understanding what's going on inside of you and why your habits are the way they are, and making the switches, sis, making the switches. So yes, Jess, thank you so much. Y'all have a great rest of the day.
You're welcome.
I didn't get a chance to drink it while we're talking, but yes, thanks, Jess.
See you later.
Bye.